You're an interesting man, Scott Lang. You're an Avenger. You have a daughter. But you've lost a lot of time, like me. We can help each other with that. Who are you?
Give us a second chance.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC...
Let me make this easy for you. You will bring me what I need. Or everything you call it.
Bueno, creo que nos está escuchando, porque discúlpame, es que tengo pequeños problemas técnicos acá. Que ya me puedan ver. Vamos a ver acá. Creo que ya está bien. Vamos a ver aquí, sí, ya se ilumina un poco. Bueno, me veo como un poquito más colorado. Voy a poner el blanco, bueno, apenas. Por eso aquí. Y nadie me interrumpe, por favor. Bueno, acá. A ver, hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Aquí creo que estoy ya en directo. Estamos acá. Ya lo estoy colocando ahí que ya empezó la transmisión de Antman and the Wasp Quantumania, chicos. Acá lo tengo por aquí. Venga, lo voy a capturar pantalla. Y capture pantalla aquí, donde está Antman. Y ya, sí, ya ha empezado. Empezó el directo, chicos. Lo voy a agrandar para que puedan escuchar todo. ¿Listo? Vamos a subir el volumen y vamos a ver.
This is the third movie in the Ant-Man saga. It is the first film of the MCU Phase 5. Phase 5.
Very big news.
And get this, when you put together 3 and 1, you get the 31st film in the MCU.
What does it mean?
We're
No
gonna find
tiene
out
en
tonight.
español.
We are gonna find out tonight.
I am very, very excited to see this. Are
No,
y'all
no lo
excited to
tiene
see
en
some Ant-Man
español
and the
para los
Wasp?
subtítulos.
We've got some amazing fans and cosplayers right here on the red carpet
Bueno,
with
vamos
us
a
as
verlo
we
en inglés
welcome
y todo
the
eso y vamos a ver
creatives
quiénes van a llegar,
behind this
chicos, ¿listo?
amazing
Pero
film.
vamos a ver.
That's right. We are so excited to celebrate this film tonight, which is going to open in theaters only in the U.S. on February 17th. So get those tickets now. We are blasting off into Phase 5, and we are so excited to celebrate that tonight. Hype it up, hear what everybody thinks about Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania! Woo! But you know, before we talk about the future of the MCU, I think we should talk about the history of these characters a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, when we're talking about Ant-Man in particular, we're talking about his first appearance in the comics, Tales to Astonish, number 27, in January 1962.
That's right. And then a little over a year later, we had the appearance of the Wasp in Tales to Astonish number 44 in 1963.
Wow. That
Hey
means
everybody,
they've been
I'm James
heroes
Gunn.
together for
I'm the
60 years.
co-CEO
Yeah,
of
it's
true what they
DC
say, Paul Rudd does
Studios.
not
So as
age.
many of you know,
I
DC
also
has
think this is
been
a pretty cool
disconnected in
60th
film and
anniversary party
television
for
for a
this
long
partnership,
time.
right?
And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
one
yeah. I
of,
think
you
we
know,
all have to
our
step it up a
jobs,
notch when
mine
we're
and
planning our
Peter's, is
anniversaries
to
from
come
now on.
in and
Right,
make
right,
sure
right.
the
Well,
DC
We could also talk about the big screen debut of these characters. Ant-Man first appeared in the MCU in Marvel Studios' Ant-Man in 2015, when Scott Lang charmed us all, played by Paul Rudd, as the lovable thief with, you know, good intentions and a very devoted dad.
Scott Lang always has the best intentions, doesn't he?
Qué pena, chicos, que tengo problemas técnicos. Pero es que estoy mirando acá. Listo. Ahora sí.
Cassie Lang
Ahora sí.
finally joined her dad on an
A ver.
adventure. Yes, yes. Let's hear it for Cassie.
Yeah, but now that they're all together, of course, because no good deed goes unpunished.
We get Kang.
Kang!
We get Kang. We get Kang. We get Kang. We get Kang. Oh my God. Yes, we're so. Kang. 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 Kang.
Chicos,
yeah.
escriban en el chat si se está
They are ready.
escuchando bien el
But here's the thing,
directo
no one is
y me
ready.
puedan decir
No
si
one
lo
is
tengo
ready
muy
for what
alto de
Kang the
volumen o no.
Conqueror is going to be bringing
¿Listo?
to this movie and to Phase 5 of the MCU.
That is absolutely right, and that is why we are so glad we have these amazing fans here tonight joining us, celebrating this film, and all of you at home who are watching, thank you so much for tuning into this live stream with Anthony and I. We're so happy to celebrate it with you. You can watch on all of our social channels, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of it. You can see right up there on screen.
Yep. Be sure to, whatever way you try to get a hold of us, make sure you hashtag that Antman and the Wasp Quantumania so we see it.
Absolutely. And we want to make sure that you know this film opens in theaters on February 17th in the US, so get those tickets now.
That's right. We've got a very, very big hour for you planned here on the red carpet. And because it is so big, we
Bueno.
cannot do it on our own. We brought some friends with us. Josh and Sade, how you doing?
What's going on, Tamar and Anthony? Thank you all so much. We are so happy to be here.
So happy.
Now, whether you're here live with us at the carpet or watching live at home, we can't wait to get this started. I'm Josh Saleh.
And I'm Sade Spence, and in just a short Ant-Man-sized moment, we are going to be in the thick of the action.
Absolutely. The stars are going to walk all the way through here to see the premiere of the film at the Regency Westwood Village Theater here in Los Angeles. And we're going to have a chance to talk to them, as well as the greater Marvel cast, creators, and beyond, the family.
And that's why I am so excited to be in this spot with you, Josh. It is a destination for those creators. We're going to get to speak to them and get their insights and stories.
I'm so excited to be here with you. And we're live, y'all. Anything could happen. We don't know who's going to walk by us. We don't know who we're going to talk to. So if you catch anyone, make sure to tag us at Marvel and use that hashtag.
I know I'm personally excited to see Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly. They are Ant-Man and the Wasp. I cannot think of any better heroes. They are so beloved to the MCU, so much heart, so much humor. And they are going to take us into the mysterious quantum realm. And Phase 5.
And Phase 5. I mean, I'm excited to see some ants. But obviously, the big baddie himself, Kang the Conqueror, and the introduction of him and what that means for the future of the MCU. I can't wait to see Jonathan Majors stroll down this carpet with that menacing look that he has.
Terrifying. I already have chills, but I'm also just so excited. Anthony and Tamara, we obviously cannot wait.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like you've already got somebody behind you. Paul Rudd is just staring you down, Sade. He's got a look. He's got a look while he's looking at you.
Almost the real thing, okay? Almost.
Well, we know he's got to deal with a lot in this film from what we've seen so far in some of the teasers and the trailers that they've released. So we cannot wait to talk to all of the actors about what they experienced in this newest installment of the Ant-Man franchise.
That's right. There's a lot of big new stuff going on, like we're all talking about. The quantum realm hinted at. We've seen little bits of it. Of course, we know that Janet Van Dyne has been down there for a long time. And when Hank went in there, it looked weird. It's weird down there.
It's weird, it's bizarre, it's exciting. There are so many amazing looks in this film, so many different things they got to do and build out of their imagination.
So I'm excited to see the quantum realm get built upon and see us really see what kind of a civilization is down there. You know, because what we've seen in the trailer, Janet does not want to go back down there.
¿Qué están
No,
haciendo
not only does she
hoy?
not want to go back down
Si
there, she doesn't
están
want to talk
trabajando,
about it.
estudiando,
I
o
mean,
están
can you
viendo también
imagine
la
not seeing your
transmisión.
family for that long,
Escriban en
coming
los
back and then
comentarios
being kind of
si están
tight-lipped about
emocionados
things?
para
I
ver
was
Antman
like,
and the
over.
Wasp
Right, it's like,
Quantumania.
no, I'm good, I'm back. We don't need to discuss it.
But that's one of the things about this film I really love. It's all the family relationships, right?
Yes.
I mean, with Scott, he's always wanting to spend more time with Cassie.
Yes, and now we see as Cassie has gotten older, she's spending a lot more time with Hank,
Ya
which
están
is very
hablando sobre
interesting.
Cassie.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Hank
Bueno,
and Scott have
digamos,
had
el
their ups and downs,
aspecto,
obviously.
el
And yet, you know,
personajito.
Scott has had his
Ahora ya
ups and
están
downs
hablando
with
sobre Hank.
everybody, but I feel like nobody more than the Van Dynes.
Well, as Evangeline Lilly has said on this red carpet before about their relationship, sometimes Hope is pleased with Scott.
Sure.
Sometimes she is not.
Same. Hard same.
Well, now we'll see how it goes with his daughter because, you know, there's a very, very big difference, I say this speaking from experience, between dealing with a small child daughter and dealing with a daughter who is learning to have her own opinions about things.
And as we know, everything Scott has done, his motivation throughout everything has been Cassie. But it's hard for a child to see that when you've been gone for so long.
That's right. And I'm also looking forward to seeing what the Hope Janet dynamic is like because Janet's been gone for a long time and all that we've wanted to see is the two of
Si
them
me pregunta sobre
reunited.
que si consigue la transmisión en
we have a
español,
lot
chicos,
of things,
no,
a lot of
no lo puede
mysteries and a lot of
conseguir.
questions that we
Está en
want
la
answered.
página de
A few of
Marvel
them might have
Entertainment, que lo
hints
están transmitiendo en
in this trailer.
YouTube,
Let's watch it
Twitch,
one more time.
Facebook,
Take a look.
Instagram,
You're an
pero están en
interesting man.
inglés.
Scott Lang,
Por eso le puse los
you
subtítulos.
have a daughter.
Dad.
You're an Avenger. Have I killed you before?
On February 17th.
It can shatter
Están
existence.
subiendo son las propagandas
You may
de
not
la
want to
película.
watch this.
For the new
Sí, spot,
dynasty.
digamos pequeños avances.
Antman and the Wasp Quantumania. Rated PG-13. Experience it in 3D February 17th.
Mucha fanaticada.
Look at them all down there.
Amazing.
Listen, we have got, I love on this carpet, we've got multiple Kangs.
So many Kangs.
We have denizens of the quantum realm. We've got a couple part-time day job Scott Langs, which I absolutely love.
We have Hank and Janet in the quantum realm.
Very nice. Lovely to see you two back together. Wait, he's got the Hot Wheels case.
What?
That's wonderful. I love it. We've got tiny Kangs, we've got tiny Scotts, we've got tiny Wasps, which is thematically appropriate.
I was about to say the Wasp is always a little bit tiny, right? Yeah.
This is wonderful. How are y'all doing?
A ver quién va a llegar.
Well, I'm not
¿qué
surprised that we
tal?
have such amazing cosplay here today because
Me
this
disculpo
cast
con
is
tantos
so
problemas técnicos que
inspiring.
tenía ahí con este
Absolutely.
OBS.
You know, the Ant-Man movies
Me tocó
are such
actualizarlo.
wonderful stories. They're full of adventure and excitement and mostly family and how families interact with one another. And I feel like this cast nails it like no one else could.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, let's talk about Paul Rudd for a minute, right? He captured our hearts in Marvel Studios' Ant-Man. Scott Lang, it's amazing. He started off as, well, we'll call him a petty thief with good intentions.
A Robin Hood.
Exactly.
In his own mind, at least.
En
And
la portada de
now he's a
Antman.
full-on superhero. He's a full-on Avenger. So
Uno de los primeros
very
que
curious to
salieron.
see in this film how he is adjusting back to everyday life.
That's right. And for somebody who is sort of our everyman hero in the MCU, he has been
Sí.
such a linchpin to everything that has happened, all of these big events, and now, of course, kicking off Phase 5, meeting Kang. So that's huge. Next up, of course, we have Evangeline Lilly.
Sí, está
our
hablando
Wasp.
sobre lo que
That's
la
right, because Scott could
película
not
va a
do
ser
it
de la
alone.
fase
No,
5 y todo
no,
eso.
Scott can't do anything alone.
No,
Ahora están
no,
hablando
she
del
is
personaje
crucial,
de
crucial to
Avispa.
this story. And
Bien.
now when we catch up
Están
with her again,
explicando,
she is
son
running the Pim
los
Van
primeros,
Dyne
bueno,
Foundation.
digamos los
And I'm so
últimos
excited to
pósters que han
see what she
salido de
does
Antman
as a
and the Wasp
leader, right? 'Cause when
Quantumania,
we last
los
saw her
individuales,
working
nos están
at
explicando,
Pim
bueno,
Technologies,
qué
she was
características
working
tendría,
under
que
Darren
tendrá
Cross,
esos
Yellow Jacket,
pósters
and
individuales y
everything got all
todo.
dicey, as we
Están
saw.
contando
her
todo.
whole conflict with Hank was that she could lead, she could do this, she was the right person, and now she gets to show that off, and I think that's wonderful. You know, speaking of Hank, we're of course talking about Hank Pym, genius, creator of the Pym
de Hank
particle, and of course the original Ant-Man in the 60s, working for S.H.I.E.L.D. with his wife Janet, found Scott Lang, got him involved with Darren Cross in a very interesting way.
Yes, and we know too that maybe that didn't sit so well with Hope, who was like, hello, I'm over here. So the friction between the two of them was a big part of that first movie. They finally reconciled, and now he's actually
Espera que ya
semi-retired,
pronto
so
va a
Hank is
llegar
hanging
los
out at home,
invitados.
and
Pero
of
no han
course
llegado aún.
spending
Están
much-needed
explicando
time
lo de
with
las
Janet
portadas
Van Dyne, who
individuales
we're
de
so
Antman.
happy to welcome back.
That's right. Janet Van
Bueno,
Dyne was,
está
of
el
course,
de Janet.
unseen in the first film except for a quick flashback.
Right.
And the entire second film was spent getting her back. In a way, this whole thing has been about Janet Van Dyne, the original Wasp. And she, of course, sacrificed herself and wound up in the quantum realm for an extremely long time and has come back different.
Just a little bit different. We'll see how she adjusts to life as well now that she's joining Hank in retirement and what it's like to kind of be in superhero retirement, right?
Algunos de si recuerdan es que esta actriz estuvo en una película de DC,
Well, part of the way it works with Hank is he's actually
interpretando a Gatúbela
mentoring
de la
Cassie
película de
Lang, played
Batman
by
de Tim
Catherine
Burton
Newton,
del
who's new to the
año
MCU. When we
1989.
last saw
Para los que
Cassie,
no saben,
she was a
ahí le
little
estoy
girl,
recordando
and now
algunos.
she's 18. She is very committed to the idea of
Bueno,
exploring
esta
science and
actriz sí
technology
me
and how
dio
that can make the
como
world a better
polémica.
place. And
Esa
we'll
sí,
see how Scott reacts to that.
Yeah,
digamos como
especially
que
since Scott, an electrical engineer,
los
is not the
seguidores
person
del universo,
she's
de este
chosen to be her
universo,
mentor. She has chosen Hank
algunos
Pym.
dijeron que,
That's right.
So I'm going to see how I'm
que
excited
no
to see how
querían
that
que esa
plays out.
actriz
But of course,
estuviera en esa
all of them
película.
are
Pero
probably
esos
going to
son
have to
cambios
put
que
a
le
lot
hicieron
aside to deal
con
with
lo que hicieron con
Kang the
con
Conqueror.
el casting
Kang
y todo
the
eso.
Conqueror, our new
mira, ahí
big
está, el
bad
de
for
Kang.
Phase 5 of the MCU. I'm so excited to see Jonathan Majors in this role.
That's right. Now, we have seen Jonathan Majors before as a different version of
He
this
who
character.
remains.
He who remains
Se
at
me
the
descargan
head
este
of the
equipo.
TVA, but this is a very, very different Kang. Kang the Conqueror is a despot and
Toca
a
esperar a ver qué
ruler
tal es
in
ese
the
personaje de
quantum
Kang
realm.
el Conquistador,
That's
porque
right.
ese va a ser
really
próximo
put
villano de
together
la
an
fase 5
incredible
del
story here,
multiverso.
and it couldn't have been done without an incredible group of creators and a behind-the-scenes team. And Josh and
Pero el
Sade,
actor es
I want to hear what you
pero
have
el
to say
actor
about
es
this
el que
incredible group
interpreta
of
a Kang.
people.
Yeah, well,
Es
talking
un
about
buen
creators,
actor.
Peyton Reed, the
Hay unos
director of the
proyectos
film,
que
he
ha
directed the
trabajado
first
muy
two
bien.
Ant-Man films, and I can't
Pero
wait to
toca
see what he
esperar
has
a
in
ver
store
qué
for us
tal
in this
cuando
one.
interpreta
Yeah,
un
and Jeff
villano.
Loveness is the writer. He's done Marvel Comics, now translating to the big screen. So exciting. Also, he is going to be writing Marvel Studios' Avengers Kang Dynasty.
Can't wait. Also, Kevin Feige, producer and president of Marvel Studios, he has all the secrets.
Steven Broussard is another producer, been with the MCU since 2008, so good to have another familiar face.
And Bill Pope, the cinematographer, he worked on Marvel Studios' Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings, so he knows all about action, so I can't wait to see about the Quantum Realm.
Se está
Christoph
hablando
Beck,
mucho
the
del trabajo
composer,
que
worked on
tiene,
all three
que,
Ant-Man
bueno,
films.
digamos que
Oh, I
lo que
can't wait to hear how the
hizo
Quantum Realm sounds.
Yes, and
ese
Sammy Sheldon
Kevin
Differ,
Feige
the costume
desde
designer, and you're going
2008
to see a
cuando
lot
creó
of
el
awesome
universo y todo
costumes in the
eso.
Quantum Realm, which
Son
I
muchas
can't wait
cosas.
for you to see them.
And speaking of the Quantum Realm, Jesse James Chisholm
Yo
is
sí
our
estoy
visual
emocionado con
effects
esta película.
supervisor,
Voy a
MCU
esperar a
vet,
ver
so you know it's going to
cuándo
look
lo voy a ver, si lo veo en
Quantumania,
el
okay?
estreno,
Absolutely, and
preestreno.
Will Tay, the production designer. This is his
O
first
lo
ever
puedo ver
MCU film, so
después del
it's going to be
estreno
a
también.
beautiful wonder to see what he has
No
in
sé
store
ustedes
for
qué
us in
opinan,
the
chicos, si
Quantum
no
Realm.
están
There's
viendo el
so many
directo.
creators that put
Ustedes
this
van a
together.
ver esa
I mean, Tamara,
película
Anthony, over there,
en
how does it feel
preestreno,
with this
estreno o
beautiful
después.
Marvel family that's growing
Escriban en
and
los
growing the
comentarios.
more we get into it?
Well, we cannot wait to talk to this gorgeous Marvel family here on the carpet. By the way, this carpet is absolutely beautiful, and it reflects some of the incredible visuals that we're going to see in the film.
That's right. We are at the historic Regency Westwood Village Theater here in LA, and it is
Marvel
absolutely
Studios gasta
gorgeous.
mucho
We are
dinero
excited to be here.
haciendo,
We are excited to be surrounded
haciendo
by the
esas
fans.
exhibiciones
Yes.
de la alfombra roja. Bueno,
As
¿quién va a
people
llegar?
begin arriving, it's very exciting. You know, one thing that we've been talking about and around, but we haven't talked about very much, is the quantum realm, and it's something that we don't know much about. But hearing as Peyton Reed and some of the other creators has been doing interviews over the last few weeks, hearing about their inspirations from the quantum realm. You know, obviously Peyton Reed loves a lot of that Silver Age 60s sci-fi.
That's right. He said he was particularly inspired by the covers of sci-fi books, the paperbacks from the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah, trying to take a bit of that like psychedelic, these swirls of color, these kind of like you don't know quite where you are or what's going on at any time. And it's so wonderful to see that kind of translated onto the screen. And I wonder what that means for the quantum realm as a place.
I don't know, but that's one of the mysteries of this, and I cannot wait to see it. Josh, Sade, what are you guys thinking about?
Expansive, right? The Marvel Universe is so big, just like the Quantum Realm. It really touches every
Que le
corner
está
of
dando
our
como
lives.
It really does. And if you're a Marvel
muchos
fan,
comentarios
chances are you're
positivos
playing
para
Marvel
esta
Snap.
esta
It's
nueva
our
cinta, pero
fast-paced,
no.
adrenaline-pumping
Toca
card
esperar.
battler game that puts the entire Marvel multiverse in your hands. And that's
Yo
not
me acuerdo
enough. It won the
el
Mobile
de
Game
Thor, Amor y
Award
Trueno,
at the
sí
Game
hubo
Awards
mucha
last year.
audiencia.
Amazing. I mean, y'all, if you're not
Mira,
playing Marvel Snap,
estuvieron
you
en la
gotta start
alfombra
playing
roja.
it. And what's also
Pero en
incredible
esta
about
yo
this,
veo
it's gonna
como
take you
poca
into the
gente.
Quantum Realm with the
Pero
new
bueno,
season. And we got an
ahí hay
exclusive
pocos
debut trailer paid
fanáticos
for Marvel
del
Snap.
personaje de
Let's
Antman.
check it out.
Vamos a ver qué más hay. Una referencia que es de los cómics, algo así, no. No real. Ah, Modoc. Va a aparecer Modoc. ¿Para qué haces de un juego? Algo así, no sé. Bueno, chicos, si están viendo el directo. Ah, sí, miren, el de Marvel Snatch.
Oh my gosh, Josh, I cannot wait to play the new season when it comes out. Oh, Marvel Snap, you gotta get it and follow on social for more updates.
Y'all, if you're wondering who this beautiful gentleman is right here, well, he is Ben Brode, the Chief Development Officer at Second Dinner, the studio leading Marvel Snap. Congratulations on all this success. I mean, we get to talk to you paid for by Marvel Snap. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm super excited to be here.
Ben, I love it.
Well, we are so excited to have you, and we are big fans of Marvel Snap. And we know we were just talking about the
Marvel
Quantum
Snap.
Realm event. We are so excited. But for anybody who's been living
sé si la han
under a
jugado,
rock
chicos,
for the past 6
este juego.
months,
Yo no.
can you give us a little overview of what Marvel Snap is?
Oh yeah, Marvel Snap is a super fast card game. It's the fastest card battler in the multiverse. It's on your mobile phone, so it's free. You can go download it right now. Whether you've played strategy games before, or it's your first time ever playing a game, it is so much fun and so easy to get into.
Okay, I gotta talk about Battle Mode that just came out.
Yeah.
Now I can play with friends.
Yes, exactly.
Tell us more about it.
Well, yeah, look, I've been curious who among us is the best Marvel Snap player, and so I've been playing with my buddies.
Está diciendo que el juego es genial, que le va a llamar mucho la atención para algunos jugadores, para los fanáticos del universo de Marvel, que lo puedan disfrutar y todo. Y ahora le va a preguntar que si el juego también sirve para la familia y todo eso.
So King the Conqueror is a card that's coming
dice
out
que va a hablar
soon in
sobre
Marvel
Khan.
Snap, and when you play King the Conqueror, he rewinds time. He controls the power of time, and so you get to see what your opponent's going to do and all the moves they're going to make. Then it rewinds time, and you get to respond to that and play the whole turn again. And they know now that you know what they were going to do, and so are they going to do the same thing? Are they going to change it?
Tiempo para
It
que
creates some
pueda
really interesting,
jugar.
fun mind games.
This is
Sí,
incredible.
tener turnos, sí.
You know, working with
Bueno,
Marvel
son
has
cosas
been
que
like a
yo estoy
dream come
entendiendo un
true,
poco lo
and they
que
let us
dice
do
en
really
inglés.
crazy variants that explore the character throughout all the different multiverses. And Kang, you know, is like the master of the multiverse, and so they let us do a cool DJ variant where he's like DJing a rave in outer space. It's one of my favorites.
This is awesome. This is incredible.
My mind is blown. My mind is blown. Well, y'all,
Our
if
minds
you're,
are blown.
if you're
We are
not
so
following
excited.
Marvel Snap on social, check it out on the screen right here. Make sure you're following Marvel Snap because you need to have all the updates as well.
Yes, and if you are not
Un
already
código de
playing,
barras para que pueda
scan
jugar.
that QR code, download it, and again, follow on social for more updates.
I mean, Ben and I are going to be playing Battle Mode while y'all doing the carpet, right? That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan right now.
I got
De
it
la
covered.
chicardilla
I
y
got it
ese es
covered.
modo.
Well, Tamara and Anthony, how are y'all doing there on the other side of the carpet?
We're really, really good because
So
we've just
good.
gotten some exciting news.
That's right. We have heard that Ant-Man is in the building.
Ant-Man is in the building! Paul Rudd has arrived!
That's right. Everybody is starting to show up. We are here. We are here on the carpet, and in just a moment, the cast is going to start coming through, and it's very exciting because they're coming through to help us kick off Phase 5. It's happening tonight.
And there's so much about this movie that is laying the groundwork for what's to come in Phase 5. Now, these people are very, very well trained to keep the Marvel secrets, but we're gonna try and see what we can get out of them.
We're going to do what we can. And listen, we're very good.
We're
very good.
Yeah, but they've got super secret training, so I don't know, we'll see how it goes.
I feel confident in the fact that we are going to spoil everything to... No, we're not going to do that.
Oh, no.
No, but I am excited to talk to them about what it feels like to kick off Phase 5. You know, Ant-Man and the Wasp came in sort of, you know, not at the very beginning. They weren't Phase 1 characters.
Right.
This is
bueno,
a
la
whole new feeling, I
exhibición
would
de la
imagine,
alfombra
and
roja.
whole new territory
Como
for
que
Ant-Man and the
está poco a
Wasp.
poco llegando
we're
la,
taking
la
stories
tele,
from the
los
Ant-Man
invitados.
franchise. You know, formerly they've been in San Francisco. They've been set in a world that, like, all we regular humans are familiar with, that we know. We've seen, like, everyday objects, like salt shakers get blown up, huge size, and that's been really fun. But now we're going to take those more intimate stories, and we are going to go on an epic, epic adventure.
That's right. And it's all happening in, gosh, under an hour right now. But Josh, Sade, I hear you've got somebody with you over there.
Oh, yeah, we do. We are here with production designer Will Hatay. How do you feel surrounded by all of these Marvel fans?
It's amazing. It's such an incredible turnout. They're all dressed up, most of them. And it's fabulous. Yeah, it's great.
Now,
Productor
Will, I
diseñador
gotta
Will
ask, this is your
Tye.
first introduction into the MCU.
It is.
What was it like coming into this big, wide family?
It was incredible, actually, because it happened during the pandemic. So that was tough. We were all working remote, and remember the Zoom days? We were doing all of that. Everyone's been great. And it's just such a great opportunity, really, you know, to get to design the Quantum Realm it's just been fantastic.
Yeah, which we have so many questions about. Where do you get inspo? Where do you even start? It seems so expansive.
Lots of conversations with Peyton Reed at the beginning and lots of research. I do a lot of visual research, a bit of reading around the subject matter, and then you kind of, your brain melts.
Está hablando sobre los
No, I
proyectos
do a lot of
visuales.
drawing still. I still draw, and then I work with a whole team of great artists and just grow the ideas, and we just expand them for whether it's story. Well, it's always story driven, but at the same time, we are trying to create something which is visually unique as well. You know, we're always thinking about this kind of multiversal Marvel universe that we've created. So we're just trying to slot into that, but give it a little twist too.
Now, this is going to be a tough question to answer, but through all of the work in this film that you've done, what are you most excited for fans to see about it?
Kang. Jonathan's amazing. Honestly, one of the great joys of designing things and being a designer is when you design a set,
Está
or a world, or an
diciendo
environment, and the
Ian
actors
Gigi,
just...
dice cuidado con spoilers.
just
Esperemos a ver, que no nos muestre tantos
And
spoilers
Jonathan's
en
a very, very
en
generous
este
man.
direct,
He
bueno,
came up
digamos
to
en
me
esta
on set
alfombra
numerous
roja,
times and
en
just
la
was thanking
premier,
me
que no
for
nos
it.
digan
And,
nada de
you know, which
spoilers.
is
O sea, están
awesome.
diciendo, o
He's
sea,
an
mire, lo
awesome
estoy
actor,
comentando
but
en
I
este
think the
directo,
fans
es que
are
lo
gonna
estoy
love
transmitiendo
seeing Kang.
la,
You know, it's
el
not
que la
he who
premier
remains, it's
mundial de
Kang.
Antman de Wasp
Oh my
Quantumania.
gosh, and hearing
Ahí
that,
están
if you
llegando
can quickly
unos
tell us what
invitados,
was it like working
pero no han
with
llegado todavía los
actually
protagonistas y
are
todo
gonna
eso en la
actually
alfombra
take it a
roja.
little bit
Pero están
quickly, but
comentando
we're
sobre
so
que
thankful to talk
está
to
llegando
you
mucha
and send you
fanaticada
our way. So many people want to
de
chat
esta
with you.
película,
Tamara, Anthony,
bueno,
what
de
is
todo,
going
de
on
todo el más del
over
universo
there?
de Marvel
Well,
Studios.
we'll tell you what's
Y
going on. Paul
están
Rudd is in the
comentando mucho
building.
sobre los proyectos, ya sea efectos visuales, ya sea
Scott Lang,
del vestuario, todo
Ant-Man,
eso.
back
Mire, llegó
again,
Paul Rudd,
kicking
vamos a
off
escuchar.
Phase 5. How's it feel?
It feels big. It feels exciting. It's cool. It's really cool to be here. I can't believe that it's happening. It's really happening now. It's great.
Well, one of the things that we always love about Scott Lang is that he's kind of a stand-in for us. He's our regular, everyday guy hero.
Yeah.
So how is it like adjusting post-Blip, post-Avengers Endgame?
Yeah. Well, it's Scott feels pretty good because everything's kind of in the rearview mirror now, and he can kind of live a normal life and maybe catch up on some time with his family. And
Surely nothing can be as bad as Thanos. That's over.
That's right. I mean, my gosh, what could be as bad as Thanos?
Possibly trying to get along with a teenage daughter. And how's that going?
Yeah, that's a challenge. That's sometimes even more challenging than battling Thanos. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I have to ask you this, because I've watched the trailer a few times, and you can tell me if I have a good read on this. Is Scott Lang shrinking down and actually going into his midlife crisis in this film? Is that what's going on?
I feel like he's been doing that kind of slowly but surely over the
Hablando
course
sobre
of the
las
last decade.
filmaciones, cómo lo
But, yeah,
hicieron.
there's a bit of I relate to that part just a little too well, I think.
Well, it seems like it's about making up lost time, and it's a big deal because everything for Scott has been about Cassie, has been
That's
about his
right.
daughter, has been about his family,
Yeah.
and she's all of a sudden 18 now.
Yeah, I mean, it's, he
Bueno,
did miss
como
out on some years,
explicándole
as
sobre
did
los
Cassie,
personajes.
and so I think that it would make sense that Scott would want to try and, spend time with his little girl, who might not be as little as, she was the last time he got to spend some time with her. So, yeah, I think you're right, catching up for some lost time. Yeah.
And we've talked a little bit about how this movie is really kind of a family vacation movie in a way. Did you pick up any tips for traveling and doing family vacations together?
I always believe in packing light. If you can avoid checking luggage,
Yes.
do it. If you're going to the quantum realm,
Yeah.
you don't want to have to carry around a big suitcase.
No, because you don't know whether it's going to float away, where it's going to go.
It's not going to be that big anyway. If it's
Yeah.
in the quantum realm, it's going to be really, really small. But you don't know. There's, certain surfaces are weird. You don't know if you're going to be able to wheel it across,
Yes.
and that means carrying it. And if you got a big suitcase, it's the last thing you want to be dealing with down on the quantum level.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about the quantum realm. This is a big, big mystery for all of us. And I know it was a very, very interesting production for you all. I mean, this is a vast dimension that does not exist. What was that like, shooting that?
Well, it's a little strange at times because we're, imagining it. We're surrounded by a blue screen. So we don't really know. And it's always exciting on nights like this when we see the movie for the first time and it's revealed, oh, that's what it looks like. However, there were moments on this shoot where we were filming in something called the Volume.
Yes.
Which is an LED screen all the way around an entire soundstage that projects lights and images and gives us a little bit of a sense of what it might look like. So this was the first time we were kind of thrust into this magical, weird world and had an idea of what it kind of looked like. And it helped filming those scenes because you really feel as if, you
have something to
You're
react
there.
against, whereas imagine in the first and second one, you were very much okay, man, it's tardigrades and weird spores.
Yeah. And not just a green tape mark.
Right.
Actually having something real to react to.
It's nice. It really does help. It really does.
I feel like these have gotten bigger and bigger as Scott has become more and more of a hero. Can you tell us a little bit more about kind of like the scale of this one compared to the other ones?
Well, this one felt a bit different than the first two. As much as, gosh, I think we all loved working on the first two and loved our place and kind of these, familial themes. And we got to do all of that in this one, but it felt like, oh yeah, this is phase 5. This is rolling out something very big with some really big storylines, some really big characters, and so it was exciting. It felt different. It felt bigger.
Well, we are so excited for Phase 5 and what this movie is kicking off. There are a lot of people here who want to talk to you, so we got to send you on your way. But if you want to quickly say something to the fans before we go, they're watching live.
Everybody.
Mucha fanática.
Oh, I guess all you Marvel fans, I hope you like this movie. See it in a theater. You want to get that full immersive experience, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to meet all of these people who are, boy, sweating it out in costumes. My God, this is really good.
Well, thank you so much. Paul Rudd, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much.
Josh Sade, how you doing?
What's going on, everybody? We have Christoph Beck, the composer of the film. Christoph, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. Él explicó sobre muchas cosas de lo que trabajó ahí con el personaje de Antman y explicó sobre cuestiones que se grabaron allá y que sí tuvo interacción su personaje con los otros y todo. Ese es Christopher Beck, ese es super compositor.
Fantastical world made up from whole cloth, and the music needed to reflect the newness of that and the strangeness of that and the fun of that too. So there's still the things we love about the first two Ant-Man movies and music, but a whole new layer of otherworldly electronic sounds that I got to work into the score this time.
Ooh, I am so excited to hear it. And can you tell us a little bit about the creative process? Do you see bits of the film first and then you start composing, or how does it work?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, while they're shooting, I start to get scenes and I start to work on ideas. The lovely thing about working on a sequel is the themes are already well established from the first two movies, but there's new characters, and so I get a chance to write new themes. And then as the movie gets put together over the course of about 6 months, I get to watch it, and the visual effect starts coming in, and then it starts to look more and more like a finished movie. And the whole time I'm writing music and adjusting music to fit the new scenes. And it's my favorite part about working on a sequel is the new elements that come in, and Cassie's theme is one of the things that I'm really proud of.
Sobre lo de los temas de cada escena y que eso está explicando lo de la escena de Cassie.
Ant-Man theme backwards.
Oh.
So it's a
Yo
very
sé por qué no
sneaky way of sort
respetaron
of saying these two characters are
digamos, la
related and
anterior
also
actriz que
musically.
estuvo en
Well, I love
Avengers
that. And speaking of
interpretando a
characters, we're
Cassie
seeing
ya
a lot of characters
adolescente y debió
introduced into
estar
the
en esta
MCU, as well as
película.
Phase 5, the
la verdad.
epicness of that. I'm so curious to hear more about that. But we got Tamar and Anthony over there, stage one. What are you guys doing over there?
Oh, not much. We're just hanging out with Stephen Broussard, the producer of the film. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
We have to ask you about Kang.
Yes.
So many Kang questions, Stephen.
Absolutely. Well, he's taking the stage in a big way tonight, I think. It's going to be very defining for this next phase moving forward.
Productor Stephen Broussard.
So we have seen a version of Kang, obviously. We have met He Who Remains.
Yes.
But this is not that Kang, correct?
No, correct. So I actually worked on Loki as well, which was kind of cool.
That's why we wanted to ask you about this specifically.
We're like, this, Kang.
I know. We know so far. We're meeting another version tonight. We'll see where it goes. And it's just been amazing to watch Jonathan bring these characters, plural, to life. And I always say he's a bit like a Swiss Army knife, right, as a performer. And we've seen a few of the blades come out. And stay tuned, I would say, moving forward.
I feel like you must love when you're working with characters like Kang, when you're working in places like the quantum, the quantum realm, you must be just such a huge fan of like all of the Marvel continuity history and where these characters come from. What kind of story are you looking forward to telling over the course of Phase 5?
You know, it's this story was very exciting to tell, and it was great because, you know, when you're lucky enough to get to a part 3, which we are, you know, on this particular franchise, we want to try something new. And so the whole idea was to take these characters that we know and love and have been in these relatively smaller movies, you know, crime genre movies, and we pick them up and we drop them a completely different type of movie, you know. So to your earlier point, and it's just exciting to kind of watch these people in a completely different situation, and all the world building and the science fiction that went along with that was a blast.
Well, and something though that does stay constant are the characters is what is at the heart of the movie. So tell us a little bit about the dynamic we're going to see between Scott and Cassie this time around.
Yeah, I think one of the themes of the movie is that, you know, the race is never over, right? As long as we're here and we're drawing breath, growth continues. And so he had a relationship with his young daughter, who was, you know, a beating heart of those first 2 films. And she's grown up, you know, she's a young woman. She has her own ideas about how the world should work. And he may be in a certain point in his life, and it may not necessarily line up with where she's at. And so there's a lot of some good conflict in there, you know, built around love and respect and everything we've come to know from that dynamic. But it's all in kind of a new context.
Well, it wouldn't be a Marvel movie if there weren't amazing conflict that we love to watch. So congratulations on the film tonight, and have a great time seeing it on the big screen.
Thank you so much, Stephen Broussard. Sade, how you holding up over there?
Oh, we are doing awesome. We are here with Emma Caulfield Ford. Hello. You know, we know you from Marvel Studios' WandaVision. How does it feel to be here surrounded by all these Marvel fans?
Pretty amazing. Yeah, it's great. You know, I just have this like sort of, it's not really a syndrome. I'm not going to go that far, but I feel like I'm completely anonymous all the time. So when someone's like, hey, I'm like, what's up? Did we go to school together? Like, what's up? So when there's a lot of them, they're like, we love that throat. What up?
There they go.
Yeah, I'm
Bueno,
like,
acá leyendo comentarios, pues ahí está el compañero Samuel de Cinemaleumas, está diciendo a qué hora llegamos. No, pues todavía no ha llegado, ya llegó Paul Ross, llegó el productor de la película, no ha dicho nada. Y lo que dice traducción, compa, pues está transmitiendo en el YouTube de Marvel Entertainment. Yo estaba buscando la traducción en español, pero no estaba digamos, dentro de las configuraciones de traducción no estaba todos los idiomas. Solamente puse en inglés para que la gente lo pueda escuchar o ver.
So I think that has to show through, hopefully.
Sí, entonces no tengo la traducción en español latinoamericano, porque es que entré a la página de Marvel Entertainment y yo solamente conseguí la traducción en inglés. Bueno, vamos a ver quién es.
This is a very special thing for me, you know.
A ver quién es.
Oh, it's just really amazing being here. It's pretty emotional. I have been a part of the Ant-Man family for quite a while now, and when we first started filming Ant-Man, we started principal photography back in 2014 in San Francisco, and I bought this ant marble at a little
oddity shop that I found in the Tenderloin district, and I've kept it ever since. And Peyton Reed has one as well. So if you see Peyton tonight, you can say David Esmalchid showed us his magic ant marble, and I think that all the success of these movies really is because of my magic marble.
The second I saw the marble, I was like, that's what did it.
That is
what did it.
That's what did it.
But I wanna ask you, you know, you're talking about how you started this whole journey back in 2014.
Sí, compañero, la verdad no lo tengo en traducción en español. Hay que está en YouTube de Marvel Entertainment. Saca los spoilers. No, todavía no hay spoilers aún. Solamente están llegando algunos invitados, hay la alfombra roja. Pues ahí hay varias, no hay tanta fanaticada. O sea, veo como poca gente ahí con disfraces y todo eso ahí dentro de la alfombra roja. Así, David Schultzman.
Cassie's journey, Hank, Janet. I mean, it
Sí,
is a family, and that
este es uno de
I've
los
gotten to be a part
compañeros
of that in a
de
small way
Scott.
has just been one of the highlights of my life, and I want everyone to know that making
Gana
this film and
Candice.
being back with these guys was one of the
Toca
most
esperar a
joyful
ver.
cinematic
No, a
experiences I've
esperar
ever had
compañeros como
working.
de Samuel,
And
a ver,
if what
a
you're
ver
going
qué
to see
tal.
tonight
Si
or
va a
in
ganar Khan.
the weeks to come is even a fraction of that joy, you're in for a heck of a fun ride.
Well, speaking of small,
final
you
gana
actually
Thanos.
get to play a character in the
No,
quantum
ya
realm,
Thanos
which
ya
is pretty
baila.
amazing. So
Ya
can you tell us a little bit about your character and what it was like
terminó
shooting
su
there?
saga.
This is
La
monumentous
saga
for
del
me. I've
infinito
been
fue lo que
hiding this
terminó.
inside for so long. This is the first time I've been able to talk about Veb, my character.
Yes!
Because I'm here tonight. Like, I can talk about this now, right? Is
Los
it okay? I
Avengers
guess?
llegarán al final para salvar a Scott. Eso
Like I
son
said, the most
teorías,
joy I've
pero
ever had
vamos
getting
a
to bring a
ver qué
character
tal
to
esta
life, but they were
película.
so
Que nos
collaborative.
muestre
The whole team, the
algo
writers, producers,
chévere
from
que
Steven
nos
Broussard
llame
to
la
Jeff
atención
Loveness
con
and
esta
Peyton Reed, they were
película.
just like, where do you see this character's powers going? What do you see him being able to do? And I am a character, a creature, a being who exists in the quantum realm, and he's surrounded by his friends, but they're under a lot of oppression from a very nasty individual who we know is going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of people. And I get to be part of the resistance. I hope things work out for Veb. He may be small, but he might be mighty.
Well, we're very, very excited to meet Veb. We're so excited to have you back. This is so wonderful. David Dasmalchian, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thanks for talking to the fans.
Morbius estará en el
Thank you.
Secret
Love
Wars.
you guys all. Thank you.
No, tampoco.
Josh Sade, back to you.
Bueno,
What's up, y'all? We
ya
have
se
Sarah Haley
despide
Finn, the
de
casting
este
director
actor.
of the film.
Bueno,
Sarah,
¿quién va a
it is
llegar?
so
Otra
great to
persona
have
por
you
ahí.
here. Now,
Thank you.
Jonathan Majors, King the
A ver.
Conqueror.
Oh, yeah.
What was that like?
Exciting.
Ay,
I
que
mean,
están
I
los
hope you saw
comentarios,
him in
eh.
Loki because we were able to introduce him there, knowing that he was going to
Sarah
emerge in a
Haley.
really profound
Ya
way.
es
Such a talented
directora
actor,
de
such an
casting.
exciting addition to the MCU. And
Debe
I
ser
can't
que ella
wait for
fue
you
la
to see what's
que
gonna happen.
decidió
Also, in this
cambiar
movie,
el personaje
Quantum
de
Realm,
Cassie
new creatures,
de la
beings,
actriz que
characters.
Oh,
estuvo en
What were
Avengers
you looking
Endgame
for when
por traer a la
casting?
otra.
I don't know if I can give away any spoilers, but it was wacky. It was wacky. I would say that we cast characters that we have never heard of or considered
Tengo los
ever having
comentarios
to
acá,
cast
chicos,
before.
déjenme correr,
And it was
corremos
also
acá.
a lot of fun. And
No
as
me di
I'm
cuenta.
sure you know or will find out, we were
Bueno.
able to get some
A ver, acá está
amazing actors
Cinemaster.
to come in
Acá
and play with
acaba de
us
ver.
in this quantum realm
Dice,
and bring
dice
them to
Samuel,
life.
¿viste el spot de Cassie haciéndose grande? No, no me lo he visto. Me toca
Yeah,
verlo.
it's so important.
Me
It's
toca
so
verlo
important
porque
to
es que
find the right connection
estaba
and the
ocupado
right
en
sense of
unas
humor and the
cosas
right
acá con mi
sensibility so
familia,
that they're going to feel
entonces
like
no
they
pude
fit
ver
together.
nada,
So bringing in
nada
Catherine Newton as
de
our new
TV
Cassie
spots,
Lang
ni
was
cortos
very
avances, ni nada de
exciting,
eso.
and I think that you're going to see them
Dice
together.
Cinemaster,
We have
oye,
Evangeline,
no
of course, back
spoileen.
with Paul, and
No,
I know
no
I
estamos
have to say their
spoileando para
character
nada.
names.
Estamos viendo el
I'm
directo
terrible at that. I keep
de la
calling them by
alfombra
their
roja de
actors,
Antman and
but
the
of
Wasp
course, Hope
Quantumania. A
and
ver qué
Scott Lang
tal.
again. We have
Entonces,
Michelle Pfeiffer
aquí
as
estamos
Janet
viendo
and
que ya
Michael
llegó
Douglas,
Paul
and we'll see
Rowe,
the whole
ya
family
lo
interact in a
entrevistaron,
way
le
that we
hicieron
didn't
unas
get to
varias
before
preguntas
as much
sobre
because they
que
weren't
sí, le
together
ha
for as much
interesado
time.
mucho el personaje
all so excited.
bueno, de esta
Tamara,
última
Anthony, what's
película
going on up
de
there?
Antman and the Wasp.
Oh my gosh, we
Y
are here with
le
William
gustó
Jackson
mucho
Harper, who
que
is
él,
joining the
que él
MCU tonight.
interactuó su personaje con los otros.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Eso
Oh
sí.
my star. You
Vamos a ver
are
acá.
coming in
No quería
to
ver
the
nada de
quantum
spots,
realm. We
dice
are going to be
Cinemaster.
meeting your
No,
character.
es que
Tell
está
us a little
saliendo
bit
con
about
unos
who you
pequeños
are.
cortes y todo eso.
Well,
Pero eso es
he's,
Marvel. Marvel
he's a
siempre
bit of a
lanza
freedom
cualquier
fighter,
cosa.
I guess.
Nice, nice.
Dice que
yeah,
William
you
Jack
know,
Hopper es
things
Jack.
have been,
What?
things have been a little thorny down there, and we're trying to set things right. So,
Sí.
yeah, that's
Uno de los personajes
all I feel
secundarios ahí
comfortable saying. I
de la
kinda want
película.
folks to watch it, you know.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to know, you are no stranger
Sí, lo que
to
más acá de
working,
dice
working on
Cinema
projects
es
where
oficial.
reality is a little
Bueno,
wiggly
sí, o
and a
sea,
little
no me lo he
wobbly.
visto todavía, me toca
So
verlo
what
más
was it
tarde
like
después
coming
del directo.
into Quantumania
Así
and
que
into
no
the
es spoiler.
MCU
No,
compared to other
tampoco.
things you've done?
Sin
It
llorar,
was,
no,
you know,
tampoco.
it's
Eso no.
kinda
Eso está ya
similar
cada vez
to,
salen
you know,
avances y todo eso.
as far as things like
Eso
just
ya
kinda
la
not making
gente
sense and being a
cree,
little
dice, va a
weird.
pasar eso en tal película, en la que
That
la
feels very
película,
familiar.
ya
It's
sea en el
just,
inicio, a
it
mitad o lo que
engages
sea,
all
eso
of
salen
my
avances,
little
son corticos.
nerdy
Pero eso no
impulses
digamos
and,
que
like,
sea
just sort
spoiler
of
y
hits
todo,
all
porque
those little buttons
ya
for
eso
me,
lo
and
muestran
it's
en
just so
cualquier
cool to, like, get in
plataforma
there
o
and
también
have this
propaganda.
huge set and all that stuff, and it's just such
Dice
a big
Cinemaster,
adventure.
lloro
Well,
Cinema
we share those nerdy impulses for sure. And one of the things that you've
Al
talked
final
about
salen
in
los Cuatro
interviews
Fantásticos.
is the
No,
idea
pero
that
no se
when
sabe
you
si
join
va a salir
casts
los
that have
Cuatro
actors
Fs acá
you admired for a while,
en la
the
película,
actors
no
in
se
this film
sabe.
are amazing. How do do they
Toca mirar.
welcome you? What's the atmosphere like on set with this Ant-Man family?
Oh, it's great. It's great. Everyone's so sweet and really kind and open and funny. And it's, I felt like I was just sort of just diving in with some folks that I've known for a little while. So it was great. It was great.
That's amazing. Well, we are very excited to meet your character, find out more about your character, and see everything that
¿Qué más
happens to you in
dirán
the
ellos?
quantum realm.
Está,
Welcome
mire,
to the
dice que está feliz
MCU.
por
This is very,
representar
very
este
exciting.
personaje en Antman de Wasp Quantumania.
Well, it's great to meet both of you. Ali, thank you so much for joining us here tonight, too. And you guys have a great time tonight.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Bueno, se despidió
Oh my
el
stars,
actor.
everybody is showing up.
I know.
love this.
What's going on down at stage 2?
Oh my gosh, y'all. Everyone is
No, yo
just
no creo que
beaming.
los
We're
Cuatro
looking
Fantásticos va a
radiant. It's a
aparecer en
quantum
Antman
energy.
and the
People
Wasp
are
Quantumania.
lining up through
Eso no
this
tiene,
carpet.
si, no,
Insane.
si dice que va a aparecer, tiene que explicarnos por qué se quedaron ahí en el mundo cuántico. Bueno, el reino
that
cuántico.
have really brought this film to life. Sarah Haley Finn, casting director, so huge to know who's bringing the people in.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about this Marvel
Ah, sí, tengo a mi
family is it's
compañero
a family,
Spidey, míralo.
and it really just transpires all across the different realms. And now you have the quantum realm that we're bringing in. You just talked to William Jackson Harper, who plays Quaz, which is another addition to this MCU world with new people in new realms. It just gets larger and larger and larger,
and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Dice Samuel, o el spot en donde Khan confunde a Scott con Thor.
We are just so excited,
No, yo no me
can't wait
acuerdo,
to see
la
what
verdad.
else goes down
Como
tonight.
así, o sea, que Khan sí conoce a algunos de los integrantes de los
talk to these
Vengadores. No
incredibly
puede ser.
talented stars and creatives. Tamar and Anthony, I think you got something else going on over there.
We are here with
A ver quién
our
aparece.
Wasp. It's Evangeline Lilly, everybody.
Ay, mire.
So, I heard this
Sí.
fantastic interview that you
Evangeline
did
Lilly.
where you talked about the fact
Está
that
está
Hope has been one of the
bonita.
most challenging characters for you, but there was something about this time around. You
Vamos,
had an
ese
epiphany.
vestido.
And I would love to hear more about your thoughts on Hope this time.
An epiphany. Well, I mean, Hope has been evolving so much and so rapidly over 3 movies. It's very rare that you get to play a character in film where you get this kind of change from film to film. She started out a really cold and sort of isolated character, and by the time we get to the beginning of this film, she is reunited with her mother. She has repaired her relationship with her father. She's fallen in love with Scott, and she's kind of a stepmom of sorts. So she's really entrenched in family life.
Que está
and
explicando
has a
sobre su
very, very
personaje, que,
sort of
que su personaje se está interactuando para ser, digamos, la madre de casa y todo eso. Pero chévere, chévere que ella está explicando su personaje.
Takes them down all of a sudden. That's a little dangerous too,
Ahí
right?
dice que Samuel dice, ya llegó Showkirk. No, todavía no ha llegado. No ha llegado, compañero.
But along those lines, so much of what has driven Hope through these last 2 movies is being reunited with her mom. But the reality of that versus the
Pues ya sabemos que esta
expectation of what
actriz siempre
that's really
aparece en
like.
todas
Can you
las,
talk to us
en
about what it's
todas
like
las
when they finally
premieres. have
together and have
Siempre
time?
aparece.
Yeah, I think when she lost her mom, she was 8 years old, and she might have had a stunted understanding of that relationship based on the fantasies of a little girl of like, one day I'll find my mom and we'll reunite and it's gonna be amazing, and she's gonna be my best friend and we're gonna tell each other everything. And then when Janet really does come out of the quantum realm, she's very cagey, and she's very closed, and she's not telling Hope much of anything, and Hope feels really shut out. And so there is a gap between what she dreamed and imagined would happen and the sort of adult reality she has to face.
Yeah. And now that she's sort of gotten her mom back, and there is this kind of like complicated reality. She is also running
Sí,
this
es que
foundation
ella
now.
siempre
She's
está
in
en
the
todas
lead,
las
which she's
premieres,
always wanted to
compañero.
be.
Siempre.
And how is she handling leadership? Is that what she expected either?
Well, in her day-to-day life, leadership suits her very well, and she's very comfortable in that role, and she thrives in that role. And she's doing incredible things all around the world for global warming and, housing crises and all different kinds of things like that. But being thrust into the quantum realm with her family and having the stakes suddenly go from, fixing macro problems to dealing with the micro relationships in her life, it's much more complicated. And I think that there's just a little bit more vulnerability that you can see because of that.
Well, we're so excited to see how her relationship with her parents grows in this, what happens with Scott and Cassie. And we have a whole bunch of people who want to know that from you today. So we've got to send you on your way, but have a wonderful time tonight, and congratulations.
Thank you guys. Thanks
so
for
much.
taking the time. Thank you.
Yeah. Josh Sade, back to you.
Oh my gosh, you
Bueno,
all.
se
I have to tell you, it
despide
is
la
so
actriz
electric
Evangeline Lilly.
over here, okay? I mean, there's
No
so
sé
much
ustedes qué
going on.
opinan lo
Fans, we
que
just
ya
saw
estaba
producer Steven Broussard walk
respondiendo a las
by,
preguntas de los
David
periodistas, de los
Despolch
periodistas,
Zeb was just walking by. You
que
might be
cómo
able to catch
interactuó
him
su
in the background, actually.
personaje
So
con esta
just so
película,
excited, so
si le
much
interesó
going
mucho
on.
que este
It's
personaje
just so
fuera,
awesome to have you
digamos,
guys talking to them in the front and then having
en
them
vez de
walk by
en
us.
una
Like, oh, hey,
superheroína
we just
también
saw
puede
you.
ser
But that
la
just goes to
futura
show
madre de
the energy
Cassie.
of
Bueno,
this.
son
People are
muchas
just
cosas.
so happy to be here. They're looking their best because this is the start of Phase 5, the 31st film in the MCU. It's the biggest event It's the biggest event.
It really is. It really is. And I mean, the quantum realm, so big, so expansive. It is the unknown. Seriously, one of the biggest mysteries, I would say, for us right now in the MCU. So it's exciting to see so many people come out because they want to see what's in the quantum realm. Okay?
Yeah, and the introduction to King the Conqueror. What is that going to feel like? What is that going to mean for the future of the MCU? And especially when Jonathan Majors comes out on this carpet, I feel like we're going to feel a shift in energy of like, whoa, okay, the big baddie is here.
Oh, pues que la película va a ser muy buena, o sea, porque va a aparecer otro de los villanos más icónicos de Marvel Comics, que es Khan el Conquistador. Vamos a mirar a ver qué tal cuando se estrene.
Tamara, Anthony, what's going on over there?
Well,
Dice Samuel, siempre dicen que las películas de Marvel son el gran evento. Ahorita lo están diciendo y lo dijeron con Doctor Strange 2. Sí. Miren, el director, creo que se llama ¿quién?
They've put together costumes for characters that they've only seen for 3 seconds in a trailer, and they did it this week, and they're brilliant.
Se llama.
That's my favorite. Is like they're really the short. They've got 20 frames of someone on a commercial, and they get the costume exactly right.
Mira, hay muchas personas que van a ir a ver la película antes del preestreno y estreno.
Which, from what we've seen so far, incredible.
Well, yeah, that was one of the joys of this movie for me, is getting to create the entire quantum realm. So we looked at a lot of stuff, electron microscope photography, heavy metal magazine from the 70s and 80s, always there are a bunch of great artists who did science fiction paperbacks in the 60s and 70s. We looked at that stuff. We sort of
la
borrowed from all these
película
different
de
things. The
este
Wizard of
caldito,
Oz, many different
pero no
things.
me
But
gustó
yeah,
que
that was a
cambiaron
joy
a la
to work
actriz
on.
de que iba a
It all
interpretar a
looks
Cassie,
beautiful
por
and
favor.
psychedelic, and I know we've
La verdad.
only seen just a very, very small bit of it, so we're very excited to see the rest. But how has this been sort of kicking off an entire phase?
Dice que
Like, you're not just
súbele a tu
creating a
micro,
realm, right?
pero ahí baja un
You
poco
are
el de
kicking
la,
off
el del
phase
video.
5 of the MCU.
No, it's fun because,
Creo que ya,
8 or 9 years ago when we started shooting the first
Ahora sí me
Ant-Man,
escuchan.
what was fun about that was Ant-Man was kind of operating in the margins, a little away from the Avengers, and now with Quantumania, our third
Yo creo que ya creo que ya tengo muy harto volumen, ¿cierto? Porque ya le bajé el de la transmisión.
played by Jonathan Majors, who is just fantastic. I mean, as a kid who read
Sí,
Marvel
dice, siempre
comics,
dicen
I
que las
always loved
películas de
Kang.
Marvel son el gran evento ahorita, lo están diciendo y lo dijeron con Doctor Strange 2, ¿sí? Todos pensábamos que cuando hicieron la premiere de Doctor Strange no lo pueden transmitir, estaba ocupado en otros asuntos. Todos dijeron que la película iba a ser espectacular, que no sé qué, que iba a ser lo mejor de la fase 4. Y mire, mentira, salió con chorro de babas y no nos tuvo, digamos, emoción con ver esa película de Doctor Strange 2, la verdad. Bueno, listo, ya, que se cuadró bien el micrófono, listo, mejor. Ahí Peyton Reed está explicando muchas de las cosas que él ha trabajado mucho con la saga bueno, digamos con la trilogía de Antman, y lo está logrando bien con todo digamos, con todo su desarrollo, su visión de cómo iba a ser el universo de Antman. Pero le dieron la oportunidad, pero como él tenía en cuenta que era hacer una película de los Cuatro Fantásticos, pero mira, le dieron la oportunidad que dirigiera esa película de Antman. Bueno, digamos que la trilogía de Antman. Bueno, se va Peyton Reed. Adiosito. Dice que ya, bueno.
What's up, y'all? I'm over here at the incredibly
A ver
delicious
quién están
activation
afuera.
paid for by Lunchables at the other end of the carpet. Let's check it out. For the Marvel Studios Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania premiere event, Lunchables has reimagined the
Estatuillas de
iconic
hormigas,
lab
mire.
featuring a larger-than-life ant made up of Lunchables kabobbles. Lunchables fuels creativity and encourages everyone to use their imagination and build a world with their food. Inspired by our favorite ant friend from the Ant-Man universe, the giant Lunchabuild ant is 6 feet tall and 8 feet long, with chicken nuggets as the head,
Una hormiga
body,
de
and tail,
Una amiga, sí, mire, yo iba a decir de galleta, pero no, es de pretzel. Y ojos de queso. Las paticas y las antenas de chocolate. ¿Qué es de chocolate? Bueno, esa es una versión de miniatura. ¿Esto qué? Venga. Bueno, yo creo que digamos, en las premieres a veces tienen exhibiciones de productos que hay de la película. No antojen. Exacto. No se antoje, por favor. Jonathan Major. Ya llegó. Vamos a escucharlo.
We have got Kangs of all sizes out there.
That's right, we got big Kangs, we got small Kangs. What is it like to see this crowd yelling your name?
It's quite exciting, I would say. It's very exciting. I mean, everybody looks so happy and full of life.
Él va a estar en la película de Creed 3. Solamente para recordarle, chicos.
That these people have, having not seen the movie yet, is a lot, you know. So it's a good, it's quite emboldening, and I'm really excited to be here, and really excited that people are excited about it.
Well, Peyton Reed was singing your praises before, and one of the things I read in an interview that you talked about was this idea, when you take on a role, it's got to be a character and a story that you truly love. So what was it about Kang that made you go, I love this, I got to do this?
I believe quite deeply that we contain multitudes, that the human being, the Homo sapien, is probably the greatest invention that will ever be made. There's no AI, there's nothing that can top us. And with Kang, there is this idea of variance. This idea of living multiple lifetimes.
Me están preguntando sobre, digamos, sobre el personaje de Kang el Conquistador.
Imagination and heart and experience in that, and to do that with these folks, with these facilities, you know, it's kind of greedy of me, you know, but I'm quite blessed to have the opportunity. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this containing multitudes too, because we met He Who Remains, and now we are meeting Kang the Conqueror. Yeah. And something that seems to be interesting about He Who Remains is there was an empathy and an understanding there of who he was and what he was capable of.
Yeah.
And here in the trailer, we're seeing that there's an empathy almost with Scott, but it doesn't feel like it's actual empathy.
You know, it's funny, something I heard on a podcast a couple of days ago is that
está comparando el personaje con Antman.
And I think no matter what your drive is, no matter what your objective is, no matter if you want to rule the world, there is still a certain amount of sympathy we have as human beings. The thing that He Who Remains and Kang the Conqueror have in common, one of the few things they have in common, is that they're both human beings. And I think that sympathy that you see between, you know, Scott Lang and Kang, it's just evident of that. Yeah.
Well, we could talk to you all night about Kang, but we don't want to give you the opportunity to spoil anything. Yeah. And there's a lot of people here who want to talk to you.
Hey,
so we're going to send you on your
Majors,
way.
everybody!
Thank you so much, and have a great time tonight.
Thank you very much.
Stage
Eso,
2,
porra para Kang el Conquistador.
We're here with Ruben Rabasa. You made quite the splash in the trailer.
Ese actor sí apareció en el avance.
It was a crazy idea because I never thought that I thought it was somebody else. I thought it was the Spider-Man.
El barista.
So when I say
cuando le confunde a Antman por Spider-Man.
I said, what are they laughing about? I thought I was doing the right thing. No. I made a mistake. I say something, oh my God, well, maybe I'm from Cuba, that's what the problem is. I don't know too much about Spider-Man. About the little man and the Antman and all that is too many.
Aquí confunde Antman con Spider-Man. Sí, exacto, Samuel.
Oh my God, it was incredible.
Que me gustó esa parte del primer avance de Antman cuando lo saludó y lo despidió de Antman como Spider-Man. Ay, qué confusión a lo bien.
The third one that I'm working with Marvel, but I love to be with this Marvel movie. I like young people because I'm old. I need the young people. to become, to be young again. You know what I mean?
Yes, well, you know what? We love you too. Thank you so much. We know so many people want to chat with you, so we're going to send you on your way.
Okay.
Tamara, Anthony, what is going on over there?
Well, we'll tell you what's going on. We got Jeff Loveness here with us.
You guys made me follow Kane. I had to follow Jonathan Majors, the most charismatic man alive.
Well, considering the fact that you wrote this movie, we figure you're the person to talk to about him and what you wanted to explore with his character, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Is Kevin here? I don't know what I can say without being plucked off the screen.
You're allowed. Kevin said that tell Jeff Loveness that he can share all the secrets.
Okay. So
don't get him in trouble.
Okay, so quick step. Gambit in the movie a lot.
Jeff Lovers. Es escritor. Es escritor. Debe ser que ese fue que escribió el guión y puso a Jeluca Jack como modo. Esperemos que no nos arruine con ese personaje a lo bien.
But you also want to make the villain his own hero and his own story. And I can't say much, but like Kang's story is just beginning, and I cannot wait to see what Jonathan does.
Esperemos que este escritor no nos arruine con el personaje de Mork. A lo bien, o sea, lo tengo.
You guys know.
What was it like to be able to delve into so much of this stuff? I mean, we've got the quantum realm, we've got freedom fighters, we've got Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
You get to play with a lot of the action figures in this movie.
Absolutely. No,
Bueno, está hablando sobre la cuestión del personaje de Kang.
They basically taught me how to read X-Men and Spider-Man comics, and like a guy like Kane has been written so well from everyone from like Stan Lee to Kurt Busiek to Rick Remender. I mean, he has touched every corner of the Marvel Universe, and he can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the Marvel Universe. So yeah, man, diving deep into his history, I mean, he's just an open book, and I think Kevin will murder me if I say anything else.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question you're allowed to answer then as a final question. As you are a lifelong comics fan, what was it like the day you got the call or the day that you found out that you actually got this assignment?
Oh, I assumed I was dying. It was like a Make-A-Wish thing or something. Like I assumed I was a sick child and this is my wish. No, like I mean it. Like I truly love, especially to the Marvel kids at home. I loved X-Men. I loved Spider-Man. The Marvel world was so huge to me. To actually write a movie at this scale, a movie that I would have loved
Dice que ama a Spider-Man. Vea. Con razón que él colocó dentro del guión al viejito que confunda a Antman con Spider-Man. ¿Sí o no?
Hey, the movies are back, baby. That's what I have to say.
All right. Well, we're both older than you, so thanks, Jeff Loveness. Back to stage 2.
What is going on, y'all? We have Victoria Alonso, the executive producer, here with us. Oh my goodness, it is such an honor to be here.
¿Quién es? Creo que es Vanessa Alonso, creo. No sé. Vamos a ver.
A huge theme in this movie.
Yes.
What was it like bringing that to life in this film?
You know, it's a new point of view trying to
no es que Vanessa Alonso, no es Victoria Alonso. Ella es la productora ejecutiva que estuvo en todos los proyectos de Marvel Studios.
That they shouldn't, and yet they do it.
Sí.
And there's consequences. So here we are.
And we know our
Está
family.
hablando muchas cosas que este proyecto va a ser también para niños.
And we know you also have a deep understanding of visual effects.
Yes.
Can you tell us what was the best part about bringing
Está hablando
that
sobre
quantum realm to life?
digamos, cómo viste con los efectos visuales.
Because one thing is to be there for a little bit, the other thing is to be there for a long time. So how do you stay there and still feel like you're in a microbiotic world? And that the organisms that are there, that you can still learn who they are, understand who they are, and relate to who they are, and yet you are in the quantum realm. So it's always a challenge to get you there, but as long as the story holds and that you're connected, I think we've done our job.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Victoria. But
Y
I
tuvo
think
mucho
tomorrow, Anthony,
trabajo
you got someone up over there as well.
con todo lo que es el presupuesto y toda esa miércoles que hacen ellos. ¿Esa quién es? Ah, mírenla. Esa es Cassie. Para algunos que no saben en qué película apareció ella, apareció fue en Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu. Y ahí están saliendo unos rumores que dice que Marvel Studios, los ejecutivos cambiaron a la actriz de la anterior que estaba en Endgame por ella. Mira, esa es Katherine Newton. Porque ella es reconocida por la película que estuvo de Warner Bros., que es la de Detective Pikachu. La cambiaron solamente por ser reconocida. Pero bueno, Al menos es decisión de ellos. Vamos a escucharla. A ver qué dice. Y dice que está emocionada porque porque la eligieron a ella para estar en esta gran película. Wow.
Well, speaking of things
Wow,
feeling
wow,
real,
sí.
so much of this movie is filmed.
Si
It's an
todos
adventure
somos
in the
famosos, ¿y
quantum
qué?
realm. And y'all make it seem really real on that screen. So tell us
Ella
a
es una
little
buena
bit about
actriz,
what it
a
was
la
like filming those
verdad. Es una
scenes.
buena actriz, pero no me gustó que la cambiaron. Con la otra actriz que ella sí tuvo experiencia con una de las mejores películas que tuvo más taquilla a nivel mundial, que es Avengers Endgame. Y yo no sé por qué Marvel Studios hicieron ese cambio. Ya, o sea, yo creo que es por tener más imagen a la empresa.
And he was talking about how much fun y'all have and how close everybody is. And how did it feel just like coming into that atmosphere?
Oh my God, Michael just arrived.
Amén.
I love that she's fanning out.
Michael Douglas is a legend, and I heard that he called me a pistol in an interview, and I wanted to say thank you because I love that.
Ella es bonita, sí.
That's good.
Yes.
When Michael Douglas calls you a pistol,
You know you're good. You know you're set. Set for life. I've peaked. It's not going to get any better.
I don't believe that. You've got places to go.
No, after filming this movie, I was like, even if, like, no matter what I do, nothing's ever going to be as great as this experience was. It was the best. It was a dream come true.
well, we are so excited to be here tonight for this, as you're experiencing it, this dream come true. Congratulations. Welcome again to the MCU.
Thank you.
Está agradeciendo que porque ella sí apareció en esta película y que interpretó a Cassie.
This mysterious quantum realm that we're all trying to figure out here.
No, y tiene un vestido bien bonito, la verdad. Vamos a ver qué dirán en esos cortos. Bueno, ese es Kevin Feige. Está explicando sobre el personaje de Antman. Porque es tan importante y todo eso.
It's been almost a decade now that I've been playing this part. I've loved it and I feel protective of Scott Lang and Ant-Man. It's really nice coming back. I still kind of can't believe that I'm sitting there and it's like, wow, there's Michelle Pfeiffer and there's Michael Douglas.
I just saved $8.
God, I admire you. It's really nice not to get used to working with legends.
You're sending a signal down to the quantum realm. Where are we? It's a secret universe beneath ours. Janet has been very quiet about her time in the quantum realm. Maybe would have made different choices. There's someone I never told you about.
Ella es nuestra Gatúbela de Batman de Tim Burton.
Kang, the Conqueror, is
Ese
terrifying.
ese traje de Kang el Conquistador está genial.
Playing Kang the Conqueror is such a gift.
Your reality. Everything you're holding on to, I know how it ends.
This is the beginning, and he cannot be contained.
Something like this, which is so transportive and visually striking.
Es que el reino cuántico va a ser genial.
You want it to be as big and as
Nos cuenta muchas cosas sobre ese reino.
as possible.
Audiences are going to watch this and go, I can't believe this is happening. It's going to be bonkers. It's like we're camping,
We've never been camping.
but we've always talked about it.
Hello. We are here. It is truly a family affair. Look who we have. It is Michael Douglas and his family. Welcome to this premiere.
Thank you so much. It's a really
Llegó ¿cómo que se llama el actor? Anthony Hopkins, creo que se llama. Ay, no me acuerdo bien. Oh, no, es se me olvidó el nombre. Bueno, que aparezca. que aparezca digamos, el nombre del actor. Es que se me olvida.
Right. You know what I mean? And that's what I love about him is sort of the humor that you find in that, and somebody who's trying to keep his walls up.
Ese es Catherine Zeta-Jones, me parece. Michael Douglas, sí, mire eso, Michael Douglas, es que me confunde por Anthony Hopkins, pero bueno, Michael Douglas ha hecho muy bien el papel de ¿qué? De Hank. Es que ahí hay dos versiones de Antman. Una versión de los cómics, de los antiguitos, ese personaje sí lo interpretó ay, Han Ping, la versión de Han Ping ahí dentro del universo, del universo de Marvel Comics. Y hay otra versión moderna donde está Han Ping ya viejo y lo reemplaza por Scott Lang. Sí, esa es Catherine Zeta-Jones. Nuestra querida Merlina. Ah, no, nuestra querida... Ay, Morticia es. A veces me confunden.
But I have to ask, what do you think would be the toughest thing about playing golf in the quantum realm?
Está hablando sobre lo del mundo cuántico, bueno. Sí, mira, eso es Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Speaking of the quantum realm, this was a very new and interesting production process for all of you. You know, a lot of the stuff in the previous two movies was shot practically in San Francisco. Right. This was all quantum all the time. What was that like?
It was the most extraordinary experience because we knew the floor, so we knew what the quantum floor would be like. But literally the entire stage, the length of a football field, it's just one long digital screen. Used to be green screen, but now they actually are pixelated so that you can, it's not just later on, they can put anything up while you're shooting. And I think that they just had a field day. I mean, it was just, jaw-dropping. And for us to see the final result after this, because we never quite saw everything, it's pretty mesmerizing.
Well, and now you come here, and there are all of these incredible fans, including fans cosplaying your character in retirement. What has retirement been like for Hank?
Retirement.
Hablando de mucho del personaje.
Retirement was pretty good until my granddaughter messed up and sent us on a little journey. So now it's a question of just trying to keep up with Evangeline and Michelle.
Well, we cannot wait to see this happen. We cannot wait to see you all go on this incredible family vacation.
Thank you. Very happy that everybody could be here tonight with me to share on it.
It's a family affair here at Marvel Studios, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Thank you all so much for coming. Have a wonderful time tonight.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
It is pretty amazing, isn't
Michael Douglas.
We've got
Nos
the
vemos
whole
con Catherine
family. We've got
Zeta-Jones.
incredible looks here on the carpet
Ahí le
tonight.
interactuó con su personaje, pero bueno. Mucha gente para ir a ver la película. En los demás países se van a estrenar el 15, a veces el 16, y el estreno es el 17 de febrero. Escriben en los comentarios si ya tienen las entradas para que puedan ver la película en el preestreno o estreno. Escríbelo acá en el chat, chicos. Yo todavía no lo tengo, me toca mirar a ver dónde lo voy a ver. Pues ahí hay un grupo que me están convidando, que si pueda verlo durante el estreno, que es el viernes, pero no he podido. Ahí para confirmar si lo puedo ver en ese día, o si no, me toca ver el fin de semana. Está chévere los cosplays, miren. Ese es de Khan, sí. Ah, ese es del policía este. Me encanta. ¿Ese es que de una hormiga? Sí. Ah, mira, ese es Antman. Ay, sí, mire. Así es ¿qué? Ay, ¿cómo se llama esa persona? Bueno, se me olvida. Bueno, ese es de Antman en Avengers Endgame. Sí. Ese de Khan está bien, o sea, está como estilo del cómic. Ah, mira, de Wasp. Está genial. Ah, mira, de Janet Van Damme. Sí. Ya me acordé, la avispa se llama... ¿qué? Ay, se me olvidó. Ah, mira, Scott que tiene orgullo de vendedor de yogur. Está bueno este cosplay. Ah, mire. Lo hicieron bien. Hope se llama, ya me acordé, Hope se llama la avispa. La que había un cosplay de ella, pero de la versión de la primera película. Está genial.
To the MCU, would you please introduce yourself to the fans?
I'm Katie O'Brien, and I play Jintora.
This is very
Nati
exciting.
O'Brien.
Tell us about your character as
¿Ya
much
es
as
qué?
you can.
As much as I can. Well,
Gentorra.
Jintora is a freedom fighter in the
Ah,
quantum
otro personaje
realm.
secundario,
We
sí.
land
El reino
there,
cuántico.
Our heroes find it in a state of disarray, and I'm trying to make things right.
And as a freedom fighter, I hear you get to engage in some action. What was the training like? I know you've got a lot of martial arts training.
I do. I've had about 30 years of martial arts training.
So some.
Just a little, like a couple.
Yeah.
Like, making me feel a little older, but that's fine. But my stunt
Está
double,
explicando
Lily
mucho del
Satan, is,
personaje.
she's
Como
like a
como
weapons
por qué
master,
la
basically.
eligieron
So I don't do a lot with
bueno,
weapons,
por
and
qué la
she has this,
eligieron
like, really
dentro
cool
dentro del
staff that we'll
elenco,
get to see.
cómo interactuó
So
este
I've had hours and
personaje
hours
con
and
los
hours
demás y
of,
todo eso.
Staff training, and I hope it pays off. I think it's going to look really awesome.
Well, everything we've seen so far looks amazing. You know, so much of this film is all about the quantum realm. We've seen like a little bit. What can you tell us about shooting there?
I mean, it was beautiful. Will Tay did this like insane production design. It's like kind of like watching Rick and Morty come to the Marvel universe. You know, I mean, with Jeff Lesnick as the writer, it's quirky, it's fun, but the scenery, they did a lot of practical effects and world building. We had dirt, like actual dirt at our feet that we're walking around in, and then you have a blue screen around you too. So I'm actually going to see a lot of stuff for the first time, and I'm really excited about that as well.
That's so huge. It's also huge that this movie is kicking off Phase 5 of the Marvel Universe. This is the biggest thing in movies.
Yeah.
What did it feel like to know that you are kicking this off and you're part of it?
It's just, I don't know. I don't think about those things.
I actually saw your face go, oh, I'm doing that.
I was like, oh yeah, it is Phase 5. That's right. Yeah, it's amazing, and it's like a fresh restart. So I hope that the fans are going to be excited as well. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we cannot wait to see this movie on the big screen. We know you're excited to see it tonight, and I know you have to get into the theater, so we're going to send you on your way. Thank you so much for stopping to talk to the Marvel fans.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you. It's been great.
Bueno, agradeció por estar en esa película. No sé, este traje que trajo dentro de la premiere, se ve como raro. Pero bueno. Está hablando sobre el personaje de Wasp durante los cómics y todo eso.
Your source for over 30,000 comics.
Ah, por el juego. Descárguelo ahí en el código QR y va a tener estos personajes ahí. Canal Conquistador.
Again, that is Quantum One. Use that QR code right there on the screen. And there are tons of Marvel comics, again, over 30,000 of them. It's insane.
It's so exciting. I mean, scan it. What are you doing?
It's basically the quantum realm of comics. Basically, of so much stuff. Tamara, Anthony, how y'all doing over there?
We are great because we are here with Kevin Feige. Welcome to Phase 5. Phase 5.
It begins tonight.
Ah,
That's true.
Kevin
Tonight
Feige.
is the beginning of Phase 5 for
A ver,
people
¿qué
who
dirá
are
él?
tracking along with our phases, which I certainly hope everybody watching this is.
I want you to know that it's looking like Phase 5 is everything I really, really love about Marvel. It seems like we're getting weird, Kevin. It seems like we're going places that are very strange.
When you have a title called Quantumania, you want to make good on it. You know, what's great about this movie is I'm sure you've spoken to everybody already and they've told you, but it's amazing because it's, you know, sort of the completion of a trilogy with this amazing family with Scott Lang and Cassie, and it's funny and it's heartfelt and it's relatable, but at the same time,
bueno, mirando ahí también que estoy mirando el partido de la selección Colombia, va ganando mi país para la clasificación de la sub-20. Está hablando mucho del buen trabajo de Painter Reed durante años, y ahora mismo que habló sobre digamos los 2 años que hicieron las grabaciones y todo eso. ¿Y qué más? Sí, Quantumania es que se demoró 2 años para que hicieran las grabaciones, la producción y todo eso. Y preciso también está explicando sobre lo de Khan, como apareció en la serie de Loki. Entonces ahí dieron la introducción de ese villano para la futura película que ya vamos a ver, que es la de Antman and the Wasp Quantumania, para la fase 5.
We've got America Chavez, we've got Shang-Chi, we've got so many people coming in.
Yeah.
But now this is about connecting everybody, right?
Absolutely, and after Endgame, we wanted the Infinity Saga to feel complete. It was after Endgame and Far From Home. And Phase 4, as I've said, was all about experimentation, introduction, and reintroduction. And we took our time to have fun and play in genres we hadn't played in before and do all sorts of fun things with these new characters. Kicking off Phase 5, we'll continue that, and like the Infinity Saga, there'll be standalone films within the next two phases. But it really, as you will certainly see in Quantumania, is heading towards the very, very big picture. And as we've already announced, that big picture is the multiverse saga in a very big way.
So tell us a little bit more about the quantum realm, since that is kicking this off and is going to have such an impact on things.
Well, I love that this was an idea that Paul Rudd had many, many years ago on Ant-Man 1, was to explore this notion of this subatomic universe that played with quantum mechanics and where rules were different. That turned into what you saw at the end of Ant-Man, the first one. Clearly that was our tag on Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then was the way in which the world was saved thanks to Scott Lang in Endgame. And we also know that Janet Van Dyne spent a lot of time down there in the quantum realm.
Explicando algo sobre la que va a afectar algo entre los dos personajes principales. Ya empezó Kevin Feige para que nos dé, digamos, emoción y tristeza con la película. Vamos a ver. Ese sí es spoilero, Kevin Feige, a lo bien. Bueno, se fue. Se fue spoilero. Y va a tener una buena rivalidad con James Gunn. Ahorita como James Gunn es el nuevo director de DC y todo eso, mire. Ah, mira, Xochitl Gómez, preciso aparece ella. Aparece en todas las premieres, mire. Esas son las palabras que dijo Samuel, que si va a aparecer ella en la premier. Sí, ahí está la actriz. Así apareció Xochitl Gómez ahí. Buena representación de Latinoamérica.
There's like different dimensions, different realms. I'm afraid to like say any of the names because I feel like I'll just get like told that that's not the right thing. I'm afraid that I'm going to say the wrong thing. So I'm going to say they're all equal and peace and love.
Okay, I'm down with that. Now, earlier, you were just telling us a little bit about how you went into a little bit of the fan area. What was that experience like being around all that energy?
It's just so mind-blowing to me. That's probably one of my favorite parts about coming to these premieres is the fans. It's just coming and like feeling that love is so special and it makes me feel so
Está explicando mucho de lo de los fanáticos, la audiencia y todo, que están contentos con todos estos proyectos de Marvel hace muchos años, pero también eso es una emoción para conocer nuevos proyectos del universo cinematográfico de Marvel.
She's a friend, so seeing her tonight, it was very proud.
Did you have a moment where you're like, I can't believe this is happening?
Yes, I saw her.
Ya está feliz para ver esta película.
Like, this girl's gorgeous. She's rocking it. But also Paul Rudd.
I mean, great people, and they're probably so excited to see you. And you know, so many want to
Mira,
talk
América
to you.
Chávez va a estar en la alfombra roja, mire, sí. Entonces Samuel tiene toda la razón, mire, apareció. Bueno, vamos a mirar qué más dirán.
Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, and it has been a journey getting here for these characters.
It's been pretty amazing watching the evolution of these characters over time through the past several movies as we see them change and grow.
That's right. Scott Lang started off down on his luck, had nothing going on, becomes Ant-Man, and all of a sudden, a few years later, is instrumental to saving the universe.
That's right. And Hope Van Dyne joins him as the high-flying Wasp. And together, the impact of this family on the MCU, pretty amazing.
Yeah. Let's look back on a little bit of the impact that they've had.
A ver qué más dirán.
Scott, I need you to be
Así es el primer avance que salió de la primera película, yo me acuerdo. Es ahí cuando estuvo en el bando del Capitán América. Ya me gusta mucho ese personaje, ya lo vi. Cuando estuvo en las escenas de Avengers Endgame.
Time works differently in the quantum realm. What if we could enter at a certain point in time, but then exit at another point in time? We could bring everyone back. My whole life happened because I messed up. Not everybody gets a chance to save the world. Avengers!
Esta escena fue genial. Todo el mundo gritamos en los cines.
Everything you're holding on to, I know how it ends. Reality League, Antman.
Mira el cosplay de Scott como vendedor de yogur. No, mucha gente, mucha fanaticada que van a ir a ver la película. Este se coló de otra película. Ah, no, este es de Cannes. Ah, mire. Está la actriz de Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
It's been absolutely beautiful. Even just moments ago, getting to walk the carpet and interact with folks and hear what their favorite parts are.
Rini,
what they love about Riri. It's so warm to hear also the excitement for the show.
Que ama mucho su personaje de Rini.
Marvel Studios Ironheart.
Yes.
You're in the process of it. What's that been like?
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's been a beautiful ride. We actually just wrapped in November. Bittersweet moment, but it means that we're one step closer to getting this show out to the world. And man, I am right there with everyone, it seems. All of you when I speak about how excited and ready I am for folks to
el personaje que Rini Williams, es la de Ironheart, que pronto veremos la serie de su personaje. No sé ustedes si están emocionados para ver ese personaje, para que conozcan la serie y tengan, digamos, información sobre ese personaje, porque ya hemos visto imágenes filtradas. Solamente ya hemos visto de Black Panther Wakanda Forever que estuvo el personaje.
Oh man, I think it's like the quest to learn more, but also probably stronger in Riri, I think, is the desire to push those boundaries. I think we've seen Scott Lang, for better or worse, just continue to like take it a step further, you know what I mean? Whether he wants to or not, I think that's kind of something that both of the worlds kind of hit on when it comes to tackling just how brilliant they are and trying to find a way to get a grasp on all of that and channel it in a way that's healthy and positive for themselves and their families, but by nature of their brilliance being as
Se está explicando sobre el personaje de Scott Lang, que no solamente es un héroe, sino que él es como padre responsable de proteger a su familia. Bueno, con Cassie, que ella es integrante de la familia, pero es algo genial que él quiere proteger a su familia. Porque ya Scott está con Howe, ahora con Casting, formó como familia y ahora Antman quiere proteger lo que más quiere, que es su familia.
I'm telling you, we are just taking
Pues
in
mucha
this
gente.
crowd that is assembling right here
Mucha gente
as we are
en la
minutes away
premiere.
from the world premiere
Cuando
of
están los
Marvel
invitados,
Studios'
están los
Ant-Man and the Wasp
protagonistas, está
Quantumania, and this
el
crowd
director
is
Kevin Feige como
intense.
director de Marvel
I mean,
Studios,
there have been
todo.
so many times tonight where they just keep breaking out in Kang, Kang, Kang. And it's incredible.
Todos
also
quieren
to
a
I
Kang.
don't think they understand what they're bringing down on their heads when they shout out Kang, Kang, Kang. I don't think they understand what they're bringing down on their heads.
Well, they are about to, and so will all of you when this film hits theaters in the U.S. on February 17th. So make sure to get your tickets, okay?
Oh boy, I will tell you what, this has been an absolutely wonderful evening. It's been wonderful watching everybody interacting with this crowd, with these fans. It's been wonderful watching everybody spend time. Y'all met Paul Rudd.
A todos los que adoran a Paul Rudd,
Lily.
que a todos adoran a Evangeline Lilly, a Michael Douglas.
I'm sorry, am I forgetting anybody? Did you meet anybody else? Oh, I'm sorry. Who does Jonathan Majors play?
All right, I have to say, actually, speaking to Jonathan Majors was one of my favorite moments of the night. He just has such a presence, and I'm so excited to see what he's going to do in this movie.
Absolutely, and the fact that he, the first thing that he wants to talk about is how Kang is like other people. There is something at the core of Kang that is just human.
Totally.
And you have to, it's wonderful that he's approaching it from that place, because I think that actually makes the character in ways a lot more sinister.
Yeah, a lot more scary, a lot more scary. Josh, Sade, what have been some of your favorite moments from tonight?
Oh man, how do you pick one, right? I mean, that's a real question. I think one of my favorite moments is this big Marvel family. You have interwoven characters from different movies and shows that are all talking amongst themselves right now. Dominic Thorne is talking with Kevin Feige right on our left. We
your left.
There you go. You just have such a Xochitl Gomez talked about how Catherine Newton and her are just so excited to be here together. Sade, what about you?
Yeah, no, that was actually one of my favorite moments. Just hearing them talking about
Ah,
family,
se
knowing that this movie is
están
literally about
explicando sobre la llegada de
families going on
los
this trip together. So
invitados.
seeing just like the
Estaba
love
Paul
between
Rudd,
cross
Evangeline
Marvel
Lilly,
projects
estaba la
is
nueva
so
actriz que
amazing to see
interpreta a
that it
Cassie,
happens
que no me acuerdo el
in
nombre.
real life, off screen.
Estaba
So
Michael Douglas,
just favorite for me.
Yeah, and there's a road right here where all the fans are lined
Khan el
up.
Conquistador, que no me acuerdo el nombre. Ahí estuvo Xochitl Gomez, estaba la actriz esa que interpretó a Rinnie Williams. Han hecho varios invitados, incluso estaba los productores, uno de los productores, compositor, guionista, el director de la película, bueno, a veces se me olvidan los nombres, pero son muchos invitados que estuvieron, incluso Kevin Feige estuvo ahí en la alfombra roja. Estuvo en la alfombra roja.
That's
And now they're a part of it.
Well, and also like hearing Jeff Loveless talk about, he is a lifelong comics fan, so getting to do this project, the realization of all of that, of something he's
Estuvo en
loved
la alfombra
forever. I
roja,
mean, I
venga.
love the fact
¿Qué más
that so many of the
estuvieron
people
ahí?
involved in this movie are just as big as fans as we are.
Absolutely.
No,
How
pues
about you
estuvieron
guys? How
solamente
you
los que
feeling
estaban
over there?
ahí,
What'd you see tonight?
los protagonistas principales y secundarios.
Let me tell you, oh my gosh, that's what's burned into my memory right now. Evangeline Lilly and that look, that like sea foam, Catherine Newton's like broken glass, just so many incredible looks. I know
Cuando está hablando sobre el vestuario, que digamos el vestido de Evangeline Lilly. ¿Esta quién es? Bueno, es uno de los primeros invitados que estuvieron. Ay, perdón. Sí. Sí. Esa es la de casting. Ya fue la que, yo creo que ella fue la que decidió cambiar a Cassie. Ah, mire, este es el policía. Ah, mire, el compañero de Scott. Él dice que va a ser un personaje secundario, bueno. Qué mala, bueno, no. Ah, mire, el que confunde a Antman por Spider-Man. Esa es Victoria Alonso, productora ejecutiva. Amé al director. Evangelili. Ay, ¿cómo que llama el actor? Ay, se me olvidó el nombre. Verá, Scott. A la actriz y... Ay, se me olvidan los nombres. Mire, esa es la nueva casting. Mira Paul Rudd.
The talent, oh my gosh, in all of their beautiful, beautiful suits, dresses, and more. I mean, they're just oozing beauty.
Pero no apareció el actor que interpretó a Yellow Jacket. Yo creo que no estuvo ahí porque para que lo entrevisten y que le den spoilers diciendo que él es MODOK. No apareció. No sé ustedes qué opinan si querían que apareciera el actor.
And we are so excited to watch this movie with you in just a moment.
That's right. We cannot wait to see this. Thank you guys so much for making sure that the fans are getting to see every inch of
Yo creo
this
que ya está a
carpet,
punto de
everything
terminar
that's been going on
la
from where we are
Premier
right here
Mundial
all the way down to
para
the
que
end. That's right.
los
Thank you all so
invitados
much for joining us,
y
for being here
los
throughout this live stream,
directivos,
for sharing your thoughts with
bueno, y
us on
también todos
social. We can
los
see them all.
fanáticos
Y'all are
entren para ver la
wonderful,
premier, para
and
ver
we
la
cannot
película
wait for
dentro
you
de la
to see
premier.
Marvel Studios Antman
Mira,
and
ya
the
está a
Wasp
punto de terminar.
Quantumania when it hits US theaters on February 17th.
Sí, mire, Euro 17. No, tienes de ver los cosplays, a lo bien, me gustó.
We're gonna get out of this. And we're gonna go home. This place, it isn't what you think. It's a cage.
Mira, ahí está el cabezón MODOK. Ahí nos tienen que contar qué fue lo que pasó con Khan el Conquistador y por qué está en el reino cuántico. Porque ahí hay otra historia diferente a ese personaje. De una nueva dinastía. En 3D, sería genial para verlo en 3D. Cuando rompe el casco.
Marvel Studios Antman and the Wasp Quantumania. Experience it in 3D February 17th. Get tickets now.
Pues ya están las boletas disponibles para comprarla. Creo que ya, mire. No, si es que ya terminó la transmisión, ya todo el mundo van a entrar para ver la película. Yo creo que los primeros comentarios de los críticos van a salir por ahí después de la medianoche. Pues que bueno, estamos acá en yo soy de Colombia, acá son las 9:37 de la noche. Yo creo que ellos saldrá de la película que por ahí dentro de 3 ya casi, 3 horas, porque como se demoran es para acomodar los invitados, la audiencia, todos para que puedan ver la película. Pero bueno, miren, ya terminó, chicos. Yo creo que hasta ahí dejamos el directo. Pues no sé ustedes qué opinan, escriben en los comentarios qué les pareció la Premier Mundial. Bueno, que me disculpo por unos pequeños problemas técnicos que tenía con el OBS, que me tocó reiniciarlo, luego salió con una actualización, después se me desordenó algunas escenas, entonces quería mostrarlos la transmisión de la Premier Mundial, bueno, la alfombra roja de la película de Antman and the Wasp Quantumania, que llegaron muchos fanáticos para ver la película, llegaron los invitados, los protagonistas principales, estaba Kevin Feige junto con sus otros directivos, también llegaron actores y actrices que ya vimos, solamente estuvo Solchi Gómez y también la actriz que interpretó a Rini de Black Panther Wakanda Forever, o sea, la próxima Iron Man mujer, digámosla así, pero ella se llama Iron Heart. Sí, estuvo bastante bien esa premiere, que no estuvieron casi la mayoría de los otros personajes del elenco, solamente estuvieron unos pocos ahí para que los conocieran, quiénes iban a interpretar, y esperemos que esta película no nos decepcione, porque lo que dice mi compañero Samuel, que así fue lo que pasó con la película de Doctor Strange 2, hicieron la premiere, pues bueno, no lo pude dirigir, de hacer el directo, pero los que vimos el directo, vimos que estaban diciendo que la película va a ser genial, que no sé qué, que va a ser lo mejor de la fase 4. Entonces, cuando vimos la película, no nos, no nos impresionó, no nos dio, digamos, mucha emoción por esa película de Doctor Strange en el multiverso de la locura. Solamente era por marketing. Pero ahora mismo con Antman and the Wasp Quantumania vimos que la premier estuvo bien, estuvieron los fanáticos, los invitados y, y esperemos que la película no quede que sea buena y que comience la fase 5. O sea, que tenga un buen inicio y que no nos decepcione con la historia. Porque yo creo que le cambiaron mucho la historia de Khan el Conquistador. Nos van a explicar por qué él está allá y todo eso. Y él va a ser el nuevo villano de la fase 5, chicos. Bueno, venga, miramos acá. Yo creo que hasta ahí. Nos que dejemos el directo. Estuvimos casi hora y 43 minutos. Yo por eso ya le estaba diciendo que me disculpo por un problema técnico que tenía con el OBS. Y porfa, suscríbase a este canal para que no se pierda ninguna de las novedades del mundo geek que estamos publicando en las redes sociales del canal. Nos pueden encontrar en Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch como CineGo y también en Instagram como CineGo Oficial. Pues todas esas noticias los publico acá en esas redes sociales y activen la campanita para que no se pierda ninguno de los videos que estoy publicando, ya sea video reacciones, ya sea noticias o también avances. Y también yo publico, bueno, subo estos directos que hago para que ustedes puedan entretenerse y puedan estar bien informados, chicos. Así que, chicos, los dejo y nos vemos en el próximo directo.
Hey, everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO.